To see you. So where should we start? Should we start with the Democrats protesting in New Jersey?
I mean, there are too many things to talk about, honestly.
I mean, why is it that they're outside this ICE facility demanding, they said they were on a tour, they were just there to do oversight. But this facility, of course, houses the worst of the worst. Convicted murderers, child predators, child pornographers, the list goes on. And yet these are the people Democrats are taking the time to try and go protect and getting arrested for.
Well, and it's clear whose side Democrats are on. They're on the side of child molesters, on gang members, on those who are preying on the most vulnerable and here illegally.
Dale Jackson here for Yellow Hammer Now. Let's talk about United States Senator Katie Britt and her appearance on Fox News, where she laid out exactly why the American people are broadly behind the positions that Donald Trump holds on illegal immigration. In spite of all the stuff that you've seen from our friends on the left, the media and their Democrats, well, they haven't learned anything. They haven't learned anything at all, and I don't think they ever will. They continue to be arguing for mass illegal immigration and absolutely no consequences for being in the country illegally, even if you're committing crimes. And Katie Britt makes it clear that is not where the American people are.
Republicans have the backs of the American people. I don't know where this passion was from the Democrats over the last 4 years as we saw our border be invaded day after day after day, as we saw the heartbreaking stories of people like Laken Riley losing her life, or Rachel Marin, or Jocelyn Nungary, or as you talk to parents from coast to coast, Katie, who lost their children to fentanyl poisoning. Where was this energy? Where was this fight? Unfortunately, they don't have that fight for the American people, but President Trump made a commitment over the last 4 years. There was no more litigated issue, Katie, than this, our wide open borders and the failed policies of the Biden administration and of Democrats who were in charge. And he has said, enough's enough. We are securing our border, and we are making sure that Americans are safe in their communities and in their homes.
The position of Democrats on this issue is one of their biggest liabilities. Donald Trump has shut down the border for illegal crossings at this point, and he's taking care of the people who are overstaying their visas and doing nefarious things in this country. That's exactly what people want. It's very clear. And our friends in the Democratic Party have kind of come on board on this partially, but for the wrong reasons. They have actually found a group of people that they do not like being in this country that have come from another country. It's not any of the 10 million illegals who have come into this country by abusing our refugee system. No. It's people from South Africa that are fleeing the bloodshed.
So what's the difference between the refugees that they're talking about here and those refugees? I could guess. I mean, I think everyone...
They're white.
They're white.
Yes. It's so deeply and morally wrong-headed and repulsive. These are the descendants of the people who created the most diabolical system of white supremacy in human history, apartheid. They're not directly responsible for it.
If the Constitution in South Africa is discriminatory, they have their checks and balances in that land just like we do. And that is for them to. So if the Afrikaners don't actually like the land, they can leave that country.
They are. They're leaving to come here.
No. They can
these
leave
refugees
and go,
are coming here.
They can actually leave and go to where their native land is, which is probably Germany.
Are you against them coming here?
Holland, probably. Holland.
Are you
yes.
against them coming here?
I'm against the hypocrisy of this administration.
No, that's not the question. The question is, are you against them coming here?
If there was actually a genocide happening, like there is in other places in Sudan, in the Congo, I'm not opposed for Congolese and for the Sudanese to come to Africa, just like I'm not opposed to Venezuelans and South Americans coming to America if they are fleeing and looking for asylum.
Okay.
What I am
just these 50 people you're against.
I am against, it's not about being against them. What I am against is that they are being given special treatment when there is not a genocide happening in South Africa.
We have a refugee program.
I am sure there's been violence against
one
side of the
There has been violence. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I want to make a point. Violence does not equal genocide. So we need to be really, really clear about that. Because if you look
at
the
violence, dead guy, you may not say that.
No, I would say that, actually.
As Katie Britt pointed out earlier in this video, Democrats are out of touch. They remain out of touch. I'll just tell you this. All you guys have to do is be normal. Look at the people around you who are not dyed-in-the-wool Democrats and ask them, hey, what do you think about these issues? And then actually try to absorb what they're saying and then try to think about why they might feel that way. Instead of suggesting that they're racist or evil or bad, try to understand the average American, and you'll have a much better shot at talking to them.
Every year in Alabama, we miss out on between $65 and $90 million in tax revenue by not legalizing sports betting here in our state. Money that can be used to improve our roads and bridges, or elevate our school systems and support our first responders. Contact your legislator to ensure sports betting is legalized in Alabama. Learn more at betonalabama.com.